Got the recording started. Hi, Jim Ziegler, the Alpha Dog. And what we have here today is the Battle Plan Blab. I've got some of the celebrities, some of the speakers, some of the participants, some of the sponsors. We're going to have a whole bunch of different people on the Blab today. With me right now, I've got the illustrious Bobby Heron. Bobby,
I knew you were going to be talking to me.
Yeah, you're Z-Mott, right?
Yeah. I am Director of Dealer Marketing with Z-Mott Automotive.
And you're one of the panelists.
Absolutely.
At the Internet Battle Plan, March 9th and 10th in Houston. Now, for those on the sidelines, somebody type this in for me over there, www.internetbattleplan.com. Internetbattleplan.com. That's the event. Now, we've got the equally illustrious Laura Davis. Laura, who are you? What do you do? And where do you work?
I am Vice President of Sales for Local Search Group. Founder Jim Flint just wrote a new book, and he's going to be at your battle plan talking about that.
And that book is called?
Car Dog Millionaire.
Car Dog Millionaire. Oh, you got a copy of it, I know. Okay, do some Vanna White here.
Send me one, please.
And in the third Hollywood Square over there, we've got my protege, the illustrious Tammy LeBlue. Tammy, tell us who you are.
Oh, Tammy LeBlue with Autoloop of National Dealer Development. Hello, everybody.
Okay,
hello.
Autoloop CRM. Tammy was the number 2 salesperson in all of Nissan, made $400,000 a year selling Nissans 3 years in a row. Now, is that pretty accurate?
It was like 350, but yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Well, I like 400 better.
you can round up over 5, I think. Yeah. but yes, sir.
Number 1 internet department in all of Nissan. Now, first of all, Bobby, you're going to be on one of the panels, and you hit me with the change up on it the other day. What are we going to do with the panel now?
Well, initially we were going to talk a little bit about social, but we feel like it's really important to address lead handling. That's something that everybody struggles with: conversion, the how, the why. How do you source something? How do you know how to respond to them? And Eric will be sharing with us the 0 moment retail with all the attendees and the science to success. So we feel like it plays perfectly into some of the things that dealers are struggling with right now.
Okay, so you're going to be on a panel, and that's going to be you, Elise Kephart, Jen Briggs, and I might put a mystery guest on that panel with. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, and plus I'm going to be on the microphone, so it ought to be a little zany, you know. So, Laura, Jim Flint's going to be talking about.
He's going to be talking about his book, but I believe specifically the chapter on video. And of course, I don't have to tell you anything about how video helps on the SEO front and what's going on. But yeah, it's kind of more like a video is worth 1,000 clicks, or something like that. Well,
1,000 engagements.
Yeah, he has something crazy, catchy, and cool, and I'm really excited to be there. This will be my 3rd one of your events, Jim. So I was at Internet Battle Plan in Cleveland and the Sales Manager Super Conference in Dallas. So your events are always awesome.
Well, it's amazing. Awesome. It's amazing. This event's going to be equally awesome. Houston's really turning out well. But what's kind of really cool was Laura, you and Jordan Hancock and Rachel Lyles.
Chadwick.
Chadwick. Yeah, we were all on a blab with Jim Flint last week. We've already had 1,500 full views on that blab.
Are those? See, I didn't know if those were completed views. That's amazing.
Yeah. Awesome. A 1-hour show, 1,500 views. So the power of video is what Jim will be talking about, and I did a little Googling trick with it. Did you see the Googling trick I did with that?
I did.
I mean, did it not come up number 1 on all 3 of your names in your Google searches?
Page 1 on Google.
Dominating. What's interesting about what you just said, though, is you just used the phrase, was that completed view? Yeah. Isn't it amazing how many dealers still, and even progressive ones, do not know that there is a difference between that? That's those small little things that we hear in people's conversations really make a difference for the dealers that we're working with. So it's an interesting question. I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Tammy LeBlue
Yes.
Tammy LeBlue was just a poor little waif adrift until I discovered her.
I was a waif adrift, that's for sure.
Tell the story. What are you going to be talking about at Battle Plan?
On Battle Plan, I always come and share my story from a zero to a hero, I guess. And I miss those days. I still tell everybody those were the greatest times of my life. But how I sold 400 cars in 1 year to come in second in the nation for Nissan, and to hold 2,700 a copy on the internet, and how you use social media to drive traffic to your store, how you get your salespeople off the lot and you get them in the store, calling your customers, and you just start regenerating. I go in stores today and we have customer salespeople, 10 of them on the lot, and I can go into my quote tool, auto loop, and they'll have 3,900 people in equity that can lower their payment, but they're still waiting on the up bus. So there's still a message in that. So that's what I come to share, because God has just done a tremendous work in my life, and I've been through a lot these past 3 months too. So I'm excited to be back because I've been out with health issues, and it's just going to be great. Jim, you know I love you. You definitely were a high impact in my career, and it changed for me. So.
Well, yeah, and you're a grandma now too, right?
I am a grandmother of a beautiful baby that's very smart.
That baby is so ugly.
That is the most beautiful child in the world, I have to tell you.
That ugly grandbaby of yours, I was thinking, he's not only ugly, but I bet he's stupid.
He's not
Oh my
stupid.
goodness.
And I know this because God gave him your hair. He has a double head full of hair, see?
Okay.
He does.
Yeah, baby's
So,
ugly and stupid. I didn't
Tammy,
say that.
Yes.
Tammy, I'm curious. I love to watch you present. I think you're very, very inspiring.
Thank you.
And I love your story. And I love that you're talking about equity while we're there. And I think that I know that something dealers struggle with internally is that line where we used to say, stand out on the point, right? And wait for somebody to come to you. And that's why they do that, right?
Right.
We even struggle with sending people on the service drive and getting them to do it, because it's a different kind of contact. It's initiation
It's a
versus them
soft
calling
sell.
you. Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
will you be sharing like maybe a script or a template or a trick to make it more comfortable for dealers to get their salespeople to pick up that phone? I feel like that plays right into what you're talking about.
Absolutely. I will
Right.
work that in there just for you, Bobby. I sure will. But, for me, I didn't take one up on the lot, and I didn't have the internet. I had me and the service drive and my old database and car research, my CRM. And when I learned how to make that click for me, it was unbelievable. I was in a dealership just last week, and they said they signed out of Facebook and they won't let anybody on Facebook.
Oh
And
my
I was
goodness.
like, really? Yeah. So I turned my phone around and I showed where one of my customers was in one of my old stores and said, I wish you were at that store. And when can you meet me up there? So Facebook is a sales tool. Social media is how you sell cars today. And if you're waiting on the up bus, you're going to starve to death and you need to get a new job. So
Agreed,
yes.
100%.
It's
I'm glad that
amazing
you'll be
to
sharing
me.
that.
It's absolutely amazing to me. I remember sitting at your desk with you, teaching you how to do videos.
I have the picture of it. We were recording and I didn't know it. Felt like a country hick. I guess I am from Louisiana, but proud of it. So
That didn't work.
Well, you are from Louisiana.
I
It
am.
is a little country.
little
It
country.
is a little country.
Mhm.
First time I met Tammy, she was wearing one shoe. I said, Tammy, you have lost a shoe. And she said, no, sir, I have found one.
I found one. That's right.
I love that.
Lauren, tell me some more about what Local Search Group does.
The majority of what we do is SEM, also SEO and social. We're about 95% automotive. We like to work with dealers and kind of help them manage this jump from, and it's crazy, a pretty big jump from traditional to digital. And it's a great place to be. I mean, that's where people are doing their research to buy cars, kind of trying to figure out what they want, where they want to go. And we help drive traffic to our dealers' websites.
Fantastic. I'll tell you what, Laura, let me dump you out a second, put Elise back in here. Do you mind?
No, I just said I was going to give up my spot, and you called on me. So
Okay, let's put Elise back in. I think she's probably got Lily under control. Okay, Elise, jump on in there. Okay, let's see. Got Elise calling in. Here she is. There she is,
right.
the YouTube diva.
Yeah,
Hey, girl.
sorry about that. I didn't mean to disconnect there, but
You look
Did you change
beautiful.
clothes? Did you change clothes?
No.
Okay.
Same clothes.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have the epic coffee mug like Bobby though.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, so I'd like to point out that my boss messaged in "coffee is for closers." I was trying to write it backwards so you could see it on there.
No,
I
I
can't
Good
write
work.
backwards. That's not my skill set.
Brooke,
And your boss is Eric Gale.
Yes, the infamous Eric Gale. I'm a very lucky
Now,
girl.
Eric's going to be talking about Zero Moment of Truth at Internet
Yeah.
Battle Plan.
Yeah, so super exciting. Oh, Eric, the first time I saw a presentation by Eric, I had no idea who he was at that point or what he did. And it's so dynamic because Eric is the CEO for both Zima Auto and the Cardinelli Auto Group. So that's how we are dealer to dealer. Everything we do, we tried in our stores. Everything we preach, we live every day. Does that mean everybody's 100% all the time? No, because that's not human nature. But
Well, the
man, we're
Cardinelli Group
close.
is probably one of the worst groups in the country as far as production, right?
No.
Well, I mean, from 2012, I think it was, up until now, we've successfully moved up the eWords e-dealer list like this, like boom, just rising like shining stars. And we've
Oh,
done
are you
that.
trying to say you're the number 4 internet commerce dealership company in the world?
I'm trying to say that we would be number one if it wouldn't be unfair for us to be that awesome and also be this good looking and smart, right? So the universe won't let us bother there yet, but I'm kidding, totally kidding. But no, we follow a zero moment of retail science. It's the zero moment of truth science basically says that we're management driven, not market driven. And so when we work with dealers, we're not just working with them to connect an in-market buyer with a seller or to put a dream in a driveway. We're also connecting with them to help them improve their business on every level. And that's something all of us specialize in, is coming in and helping and being able to consult in that role while offering a really strong, really wicked, badass digital product. So we're
talking about coming in. How about Elise Kephart Adami? I've learned to say all 3 names. I mean, I got really pissed off when she got married here a couple of years ago. I think that John should have changed his name to Kephart. It would have been a lot easier. But she took his name. And you're pregnant again, huh?
yes, yeah. I'm
Congratulations.
the bump's there, so just
We got a little girl coming.
a little girl, yeah, little girl. I couldn't hold out, so we did the gender reveal, the early gender reveal at like 17 weeks. You're supposed to wait till 20 weeks, but I don't have the patience for that. So yeah.
See, now you gotta go for another one and get a boy now.
So yeah, I was just saying the other night, he's like, man, I'm outnumbered. And I'm like, yeah, you are. It's all girls and
Poor
yeah.
guy. Well, okay, well, you're the YouTube diva, and I know where you got the name. And tell us your story. What are you going to be talking about at Internet Battle Plan, Elise?
So I'm going to be really focusing in previous presentations, and I've been to the majority of battle plans and super conferences, Jim. I've really focused kind of on the outbound process and focused on a core part of that being video. What I'm decided to change it up because, just to talk about something a little bit different, but I'm going to be focusing still on process when it comes to the inbound phone call. As far as, now that we're in 2016, we have dealers are seeing a lot more call volume into their stores. And one of the main reasons for that is because there's technology, obviously, that's expanding, such as click-to-call features. So
Smile.
So you have the
Everybody wave, 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 wave. Everybody wave.
okay.
We're waving.
Okay.
So I'm going to be
All
going.
right.
I'm going to be diving into the proper steps of handling an inbound phone call, and then even after that, once you schedule that appointment, or if you can't get that appointment, some things that you can do after the fact that ties into video process to keep that customer engaged. So it's going to be really exciting. It's a presentation that I haven't done in Battle Plan before, but it's going to be what most people come to me for as far as overall process when it comes to the phone. And then when it comes to video stuff as well. So I'm really excited.
Well, what qualifies you to do all this?
What I love about what I do when I present and when I work with clients and dealers now is it's not just something that I'm just spewing out from the mouth. It's something that when I worked in retail, I followed to a T. And then since I've been out of the retail world for about a year and a half now, everything that I talk about, I still utilize with my follow-up process with dealer clients. I may not be selling cars, or I may not be scheduling appointments, through the internet department in the automotive retail market now. but everything that I do still, when it comes to phone calls and phone call process and video, I still utilize in my practice. So, but I will say, coming from the automotive retail world, that's essentially, Jim, where I'm at now. I mean, I started doing video back in 2009, and you had just kind of stumbled across a few of my video greetings at that point.
Yes, yeah. I did.
Yeah. So that was.
I always say I didn't give Elite her talent, but I discovered her. I mean, I was trolling across the internet. I came across these videos. I said, "Wow, she's doing what I'm teaching," and I brought her out to the conferences, and her career is taken off like a whirlwind because she is that talented. Same with Tammy. I got some of the most talented women in the world. Three of you. Look at the power.
I see a couple questions there.
I do too. Yeah.
So the person behind me, that's actually my husband's niece. She's helping me with Lily in the other room. So that's going on in the other room. And then the difference between, Jennifer asked, the difference between inbound training for sales reps and BDC reps. I'm going to be going more so into depth with that. But when it comes to the inbound phone call, whether it's a business development center that's taking that phone call and scheduling the appointment for the sales team, or whether it's an individual sales representative handling that phone call, a lot of the steps are going to be similar. Only difference is a BDC person, while they may not be, they are obviously going to be finishing that appointment all the way through when the customer gets there. They're still the first impression to the customer, and they're still the person on the phone, which, as much as we may put the phone skills and so forth on the back burner, it's such a crucial thing that is important to have in the dealership world. And what makes it difficult for a lot of people is, unlike a face-to-face interaction, on the phone, all that you have are two things, which is the words that you say and how you say them. So the tone that you present yourself at. So
emotion through the phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Tammy, jump in there. Come on now. Tammy's BDC was also phenomenal.
Yes, we were cradle to grave. We were cradle to grave, but you grabbed that customer on the telephone,
weren't you? At least didn't you do cradle to grave?
I did cradle to the grave, and then if you recall, there was probably about 8 months where it was after I had Lily, and I had come back and I was working deals cradle to the grave, and it got to the point so crazy to where I was overwhelming to where 4 people in the same hour would come in and ask for me. So then I would take a deal, and then it'd be half for the sales force. That created a lot of tension. And so they said, "Hey, your process works. We want to streamline that across the board." So there was about probably 8 months where I was kind of a one-person BDC, where I took all the phone ups, did all the internet leads, did all the equity mining calls. The only difference was I didn't work with those customers once they physically were in the store. And I can tell you, for me personally, automotive retail, that is something that I enjoyed doing. So after 8 months of doing that, it kind of it did.
I miss retail. Yeah, I miss retail. Let me tell you, there's nothing like selling a car, nothing like taking care of a customer, nothing like getting them in the beginning and finish them, and them coming back and asking for you. I had a customer 3 days ago call me, and I ended it up with the Orr store because that's where my heart is. In Texarkana, they bought a Hyundai, a Zara. I love the process. I love your process, but I wish we had equity when I was selling, because my 47.5 would have been 100.
Yeah.
Tammy, the last deal that you and I desked together with one of the salesmen, how much gross was on that used Altima?
$7,000 on a 2010 Nissan.
It was 7,800, kid.
7,800. Yeah.
It was 70. I desked the deal. It was $7,800 on a pre-owned CPO Altima, right?
On an internet deal.
Yeah, a lot of people, Ziegler. Yeah, I just need a little testimony that I can desk the deal.
Absolutely.
It's fun though.
I was scared to go take the pencil out. So yeah, that was a big deal.
But let's talk about that for a second, right? One of the first things that I saw when we were at the battle plan last time, Jim, is, everybody wants to talk about, with digital, you're not making any money, you're not doing this, but here's the real deal. There's a lot of elements into making a deal work like that, and also having it be a good deal for your customer. And it starts with your inventory acquisition. And it leads into your turn time and how quick did you put it to market. And dealers are so good about washing a car. And of course, I mean, I'm on the asphalt. I get it. You wash a car, get it out front with the gorilla, right? And all the balloons, and everybody's all great about that. But man, you say to somebody, take the pictures during the trade walk the day that it comes in, let's load that sucker and let's merchandise it and have it ready within 48 hours. And all of a sudden it's like, well, we gotta wait for a part. Like, okay, we're not taking a picture of a radiator hose here. Take the picture, put it out there. But that's what leads to deals like that. It's all of the steps being put together and integrated instead of fragmenting them apart and then banking on one thing being right? And that's what we need to start talking about too. And that leads into what you guys are discussing. You know what?
Okay, well, Tammy, let me boot you off for a second. I want to bring Amy Banner in, but Amy's not a speaker. Amy, have you got a microphone on?
David has been trying to call in for a little while, Jim.
David Blasingame. Okay, let's put David Blasingame.
Let's do that, and then we'll bring Amy in just a moment.
I want to be sure David was David is coming in. Look at this.
Yeah, he's been trying to for a minute, so I wanted to make sure we got him on.
David Blasingame.
David, we can't see you, doll.
David, turn the lights on.
I'm working on that. Can you hear me?
David's trying to get in. He's having a little technology difficulty. I'm a little pissed off with this crowd.
You have a fire.
God, look, Bobby Heron's got a lot more applause than I do.
It's a little, David, it looks like your firewall is blocking you from coming in, doll. You're going to need to connect in another way. Try your cell phone. We'll pop you out, pop Amy in, and then come back on your cell.
I'm in.
Yeah, David, your firewall's got you blocked.
Yep.
Okay, all right, let's see if Amy wants to.
Knock, knock, Amy.
Is this Amy calling?
I love Eric's comment right there. I say this is something I say all the time. People, process, and performance equal profit. There is those three things in any given situation.
We got David.
Hey, David.
We've got David. David, you got volume? David, we can't hear you, big guy.
Are you plugged into the right device? You look great, but we can't hear you.
You look wonderful, David.
Could you do a little dance, maybe?
Sniffles.
Very good, very good. That's fantastic.
David, it's not working, big guy.
Jennifer's on technological duty over here in the background.
Okay,
David,
David's working on it.
If you're on your mobile, give me. Oh, he's audio only. Yeah.
David, we haven't got audio on you, big guy.
Sorry, David. We're going to let you get that together and have Jen try to message you to help you. And we'll see you in just a moment because you're not working.
Okay.
All right, okay. Amy Banner, are you coming in?
Let's see if Amy's going to come in. I love Blab. Blab's got.
I do too.
Pretty much all together. It's a little better than Google Plus. It's a lot better than Periscope. Periscope is good, but Periscope is one-dimensional. You're broadcasting out. You haven't got the conversational thing going. And
right.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's Amy.
We got her.
Okay, I'm going to accept her right now. Okay.
All right, Amy, you're coming in. She's coming in hot.
Amy's way up there in the north.
Can you guys hear?
Hi.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Amy, you're coming to Battle Plan, right?
Hell yeah. No, I'll be there. I got my tickets the other day, so not trying to sound like a potty mouth here. I'm in sales. That's what I do.
Hey, Amy.
Tell us what you do, Amy.
What do I do? I sell cars.
She sells a lot of cars.
You move metal. Not anything like the last amazing woman that was just on here. So don't, everybody should listen to her.
Tammy is a rock star.
Tammy is amazing. Elise is amazing. You're amazing. I mean, we only have amazing people tied into Battle Plan. I don't have non-amazing people.
I would agree with that. I saw the lineup. It looks pretty stellar.
It really is. Bobby, interview Amy a little bit. You know Amy a lot better.
I do. So, all right, Amy, are you ready? I've got some questions for you. First of all, do you like long walks on the beach?
What? Hold on.
Just wanted to make you smile first. So, Amy, you have been extremely successful in branding yourself socially without even trying to. Give everybody today your top 2 tricks or tips that you would share with them to help them increase their sales or their salespeople's sales.
I would say one of the top tricks is to just do something every day. Touch people online. Networking is no different than anything else. Just get out there, and even if it's just going through and liking your anything that comes from your page, just get that networking out there so people see you. And you have to stay active in it. You have to. This morning I posted a picture. I went and took pictures. If you go on my page, you'll see it. I took some pictures of all of my Quick Lube guys, and they're hilarious. And talk about guys that love social media. I mean, I went back there and I'm like, you guys want to take a picture? And it was so exciting to them. And I tagged them in the pictures. I friended them. And pretty soon I had another 40 people on my page. It's really just about being active in it and getting people excited about it. And I would say just staying active and being really positive on social media too, not people get sick of the negative out there.
So
it's amazing to me. So many salespeople today don't prospect.
No. Well,
I was at Ed Bozar Chevrolet in Park Meadows, Colorado 2 weeks ago. And in 2 days I was in the dealership. I sold and delivered 2 cars with strangers I met in the community.
Absolutely.
I sell more cars chatting up people at Waffle House than your bottom sales on the board sell on purpose.
Yeah. Well, it's so true. I mean, I work leads and things too, but my goal is ultimately to get to the point where, people are coming to me specifically, and it's obviously getting close, but I've only been back on the sales floor for 13 months now, I think. And I'm surviving pretty well on my own inputted leads, I guess.
Yeah.
How well do you do?
Last year I averaged 23 cars a month at my dealership.
28 cars a month?
23 for the average.
23, that's a good number.
She's an awesome salesperson. She is on.
And you are way up north. Where are you?
Just south of Canada. I'm in Fargo, North Dakota.
So
you don't talk funny like the lady in the show.
Yeah. Well, I can blend in. I hope I don't sound too North Dakotan,
we don't make fun of her accent. Trust me on this one.
Yeah. Bobby's a
joke.
northern.
Elise Kephart. Elise, how many cars did you sell when you were on the floor?
I closed out my retail career averaging 30 cars a month. And a huge part of that was not just utilizing the video and so forth that really kind of kicked things off, but really understanding the ins and outs of the phone call process. And through time, that eventually kind of became just part of my recipe, part of my process that really upped it to that next level. Combining the two things together is quite the lethal weapon, I'll say.
Well, most of my career, I sold 30 cars many months. I didn't sell 30 cars every month, but I was selling 30 cars back when there was no technology. I mean, my CRM was 2 flat file Rolodex boxes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that to me is what's ironic now, and I've always questioned that. Even when I was working in a dealership, I said, back in the day, people had to use these, 3x5 cards and Rolodex boxes and so forth, which obviously, if you look at the time that takes to do follow-up and the things that you got to look up, and now you have CRMs and you have technology and things that expedite this process, there should be no excuse on why you're not doing well above and beyond average. You have so many more tools and capabilities. I mean, even when I just look at the concept of video, 2009 with video, you didn't have smartphone technology. You didn't have, you had to use one of those, you had to use a point and shoot handheld camera with a little SD.
Wait, my story. Now it's time for my story. My story. Digital dealer number 2, Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. I got 400 people in the audience. I stood up on stage and I said, does anybody know what this is? And I held up a flip camera.
Right.
Remember flip cameras?
Yes.
And nobody in the audience knew what a flip camera was. I took a video of a lady in the front row. I shoved it in my laptop, emailed it to myself, and played it back.
Right.
And I said, this is how we're and it was epidemic within a year. And not because I'm such a genius, I had just learned about it 1 month before at the National Speakers Convention. And I took it to the, see, that's the trouble with the car business. We're all teaching each other shit. And we're not looking to outside people to teach us outside things.
Yeah, the problem with the car business is we're not implementing things. The crazy thing is, back at Digital Dealer 2, when you did that, they didn't know what that was. But now they know, and they're just not doing it. It's just like, you know, like you say about the CRM, you know, at least the CRM is exponential to your success. If you think about the way that our pay plans are designed in automotive and the reason that we can make the dollars we make, it's because years ago we hustled. I remember them printing cards in the finance office that I had to send birthday cards out to and Rolodexes on my desk when I was 18 years old and like drinking bourbon with customers and hanging out. But now it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to press a button. God, I don't have time for that. Like, what do you mean you're only selling 6 cars? Are you kidding me?
Right.
And you're making 70 grand? 6 cars is minimum wage. That's the best kind of effort I can give you on that. Right. But the thing is you have people coming in that want to learn that, and they're coming to places to learn it, and they're going back to stores, and it's not getting implemented. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about that on that panel is how to stop taking internet leads that come in and calling internet leads. When a lead comes in, they're an in-market buyer if they came from us. Anybody else is just a buyer, but you know.
We got to get David Blasington here. David says he's got to talk soon.
All right, Amy, say bye.
I'm going to kick Elise for a minute.
Oh, Elise, saying bye. Bye, Elise.
Okay, let's get David in that seat. David said he's got to get in right now.
Come on, David.
I don't think that's David, is it?
David, do you have a hieroglyphic name?
I'm going to not accept that caller. David, jump in there. We're trying to keep this right down to the people that are speaking at the event, people that are attending the event.
This person's calling in again. I'm wondering if David logged in as something else to try to be able to come in. David, if that's you, send us a message on the side, please.
Well, I'm going to accept this person and see who we got here.
This could be interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, hey.
Hello. I'm afraid you're not one of the guests we're going to have at this event.
Cinema? Well, he might have had some good information.
He might have, but he's trying to come back in again. David, jump in there.
We might have lost David. He was mentioning that he had to run soon.
Okay. I got Jennifer Briggs. I'm going to let Jennifer in a second.
All right, Briggs.
Coming in, Briggs.
Coming in hot.
Briggs got her hair on top of her head like olive oil today.
She's sassy today.
Yay!
I really did want to jump in on what Bobby was talking about, because for me, for those of you who don't know me, I also am with Zima Auto. I'm the director of dealer strategy. And my claim to fame is when you stop calling things leads. They're not leads. These people who want to buy a car, and looking at where they came from and what their journey was so that you can actually help them in the most effective way for them. We have so many tools that are available to us in the dealership that we don't use. It's really important to pay attention to your resources and who you're working with to make that a fantastic experience. This is an emotional connection you have with these people, and we just treat it like a transaction. And you get higher grosses. They allow you to make more money when you have a good relationship with them. I will pay for that relationship all day long. But if you treat me like a transaction, I'm a grinder.
Most deals that are lost because somebody mishandled a telephone. And if you ever listen to me talk on the phone, I'm animated. I've got emotion. I make people smile. Right, Amy?
Amy's
There she is.
There you go.
She was
People don't have fun with their customers.
Right.
They got these little robotic little scripts they're reading, and they're reading them like they are scripts.
Do not get me started on scripts, please.
No, I teach conversational word tracks, not memorizational word tracks.
I love how you phrase
Does that make sense?
Yes, Jim.
That's Ziegler. I don't teach memorizational. I teach conversational.
I might borrow that, Jim.
Well, I'm teaching it to everybody. I mean, do you realize how much of my stuff has become standard in the industry?
Well,
I mean, I have
it
people,
has to, right?
I have people telling me, have you heard this one or this clothes or that clothes? I said, heard it. I invented it.
Like I wrote that.
Bullshit. Yeah, I did. I did invent that.
Oh, where's Amy?
Amy, we lost your voice.
Amy's freezing up just a bit.
It's because
Amy,
it's
are you
cold in
okay?
North Dakota.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very cold there. Yeah, absolutely. I was in North Dakota one time and saw a dog frozen to a fire hydrant.
What? Are you kidding? Not. Animal.
Now, see, I was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I've only been to North Dakota one time in Pierre. I was a keynote speaker for your state convention, but I was in Pierre, that's in North Dakota, isn't it? Pierre? No, since that's South Dakota. But it was the joint North and South Dakota Dealers Convention. They got so little population. There's only 10 people in the whole state. So,
Oh goodness.
Goodness gracious. You know, Jennifer, something that you just said, because I'm seeing questions coming in. Oh, I'm echoing because of you.
Sorry, my
We're
bad.
right by each other. One of the things that we're hearing, I'm not going to be able to, hold on, I'm kicking you out for a second.
Well, I muted my thing. I did.
No, I can still hear you. She's like, no, she's
somebody came in called Globama. Globama says, I don't know what he's talking about over there. I'm going to let that go. Rip my little bro man at squad ship.
So one of the things that I just saw come in on a question has to do with what Jennifer was talking about, and that's that emotional attachment between people. So somebody just tweeted me and said, how do we contain that over an internet lead conversation? So I just kind of want to address that and say, you know, there are many different ways, but video is one of the most important elements that you can introduce into responding because it humanizes you. It makes you different than the other 5 people that they're talking about. And the art of the close in old school, if you take old school and you mix it with the new school digital, it is so pretty. It's like a hipster grandpa. It is on fire, right? You take that old school clothes and you say, that art is lost. So if I'm talking to a customer, I want to be able to mirror their actions. I want to feel like they're in my office even when they're not. That's what video does. Video makes a connection that's real.
Let's let Patrick in for a second. Patrick, if you can jump in that empty seat, I'd sure appreciate it. Now, Patrick has been to 3 or 4 of the battle plans. His dealership is predominantly pre-owned. Let's get him on here.
All right, Patrick, you're coming on.
Okay. Oh, now, Patrick, you got no sound either, big guy.
What's going on with sound here today? We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Patrick.
I don't know what that means.
I don't speak sign language, big guy. Sorry.
Can you get like do you do sign language?
I got the sniffles right. I can't do sign language.
You. Oh,
no. Patrick, going to have to put you out, big guy. I can't hear you. Okay, he's gone.
Amy, are you still there? We can't hear you either.
Okay, here's Briggs again.
We've lost Amy too.
Oh, no, not Amy.
Yeah, she's going to have to call back and her audio's out.
Hi, Bobby and I only one of us can talk at a time because we're in the same room.
Oh, you are not.
You know what? You just forget this. Hang on.
Oh, yes, we are. Oh, here she's coming.
Okay, if she's going to be with you, I'm going to just go ahead and.
Here we are. This might be easier.
This is hilarious. Uh-oh, Amy's coming back. Hang on a second.
Come on back in, Amy.
This might be a much better solution for us.
This looks, I mean, you look good.
Yeah,
There she is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, much better. Much better.
Yeah. Now you get 2 for 1 up there.
Yeah, well, it's kind of unusual. I didn't even know they had electricity in North Dakota.
I'm bumping a generator with my foot right now.
Sorry,
That
this
is
is
so
a
funny. Hey, Elise wants to come back in. Let's let Elise back in for sure. And that poor little guy,
That was pretty good. That random person that was like in like the desert.
he's a nice guy. He's trying to come in, but he doesn't understand this is a closed group. I really want to keep it to the people that are involved in battle plan, attending battle plan, whatnot. Well, Elise, did you take care of Lily while you were gone a second there?
She actually I told her she couldn't, you guys couldn't hear, but she came over and she was expressing that it was her birthday again, and sharing that with everybody. But no, she's in the other room now again.
Now, do you know Amy and all the players there?
I've never met Amy, so I'm excited to meet you. Obviously, we're connected on social media. I love all the stuff that you post, and
thank you.
Yeah, and then everybody else, Jennifer and Bobby. We've met a few times over the last year or so, and I don't know. It's my first time meeting you, Jim. So we'll see how that goes.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
For those of you that are just tuning in, that's Jennifer Briggs and Bobby Heron. They were co-joined at birth.
Separated at birth. We think we're actually sisters.
The co-joined. They're Siamese twins.
We're brilliant.
Two heads on the same body. They argue with each other all the
time. So, Jim, you know what we should tell all of our viewers too is that while Amy is attending, Amy is 40 under 40 this year for Automotive News. So is Jennifer. I was last year. Elise would be this year if she worked on the dealer side, but we're going to get her on that vendor list. So, people who are coming should also remember that the networking between the level of people that attend this event is crazy. I mean, the power networking that you can do just among attendees for ideas and collaboration and things that you're learning is paramount to them. It's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's kind of fun. I'm waiting for 80 under 80.
We do what we want, Jim. We do what we want. You know what? It's official. There will be a poll out later today.
We could just make him a trophy that says we can give it to
I
him.
can be in that one.
Oh my God, that's a
You
good
know,
idea.
it's really pissing me off lately. Everybody's giving me these lifetime achievement awards. Like, I'm not done yet, folks.
I wish somebody would call me for an AARP discount. My insurance is killing me.
Every time I have a friend that has a 50th birthday, I sign them up to AARP.
That's fantastic.
As a
That's very
50th
kind.
birthday.
But
Oh, it's very kind.
my
My
12-year-old got
wife
it.
really appreciated it. Of course, the signing all the little donkeys in the yard overshadowed it.
Good quality caliber, guys. Good quality caliber. Let's see what questions we have over here so we don't lose anybody.
Yeah, let's
So,
see.
Jim, one of the questions that we have is, could you define your idea of prospecting?
What is my idea of prospecting? My idea of prospecting is reaching out in the community and generating your own business. My idea of prospecting is, when I wrote the book, The Prosperity Equation, it was pretty popular when it first publication. We sold about 35,000 copies. It's a little out of date now, but still, in the book, The Prosperity Equation, I said that the most powerful people on earth are those people that influence the most other people. Gather people, build a whole plethora of people. I just crossed 200,000 friends and followers in social media.
Wow.
That's a lot of people. Now, that's YouTube, that's Facebook, that's Twitter, that's Google Plus, that's all these. My 10 fan pages that I'm posting on the social media on Facebook. I've got all these things intertwined, and prospecting today is social media.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, we all know that there's a secret group that doesn't exist.
No, I don't know anything about that.
It's an urban myth. But, but the secret group that doesn't exist, I make about $35,000 a month out of that thing.
Well,
And I mean, that's people contracting my services. I'm not saying you. If you were actually in that non-existent group, you would know that I don't sell very much in that group. I put some ads up every once in a while, but the thing is, it's all pull marketing. Today, prospecting is pulling people, not pushing people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pull, not push. And relationships. I tell people when I teach a prospecting class, I talk about, did you sell somebody that's a plumber? Have you sold somebody that's an electrician? Have you sold somebody that owns a beauty shop? Well, yeah, I have. Well, how many referrals did you give them? The best way to get referrals is to give referrals.
Yeah.
I used to keep a whole cross section of who my clients were, my customers who bought cars. And if every time you call somebody, you're asking them to buy, they're gonna screen you out. That's why everybody gets voicemail.
Yeah.
I got caller ID. I mean, everybody else does too. You've got to call up and say, hey, how you doing? How's your wife doing? How's your husband doing? Did you get the graduation? Did you get the college appointment to Yale or whatever we talked about? Because I sit here with these headsets on and I diary my conversations in my CRM.
Yeah.
I know your wife's name. I know your husband's name. I know your children's names. I know their birthdays. I know their anniversaries. I know that they're trying to get a job. I know that your mother had an operation. I know all of that. When I call you back, I look like a friggin' genius.
And you know
because
what that
I've
is?
got it all cross-referenced.
You know what that is? That's the value system. It used to be that we would say, people buy things from people they know, like, and trust. I'll challenge you on that. People buy things from people who make them feel valued. We form relationships and friendships, and those, all three of those things fall into that line, and that's what you do, Jen. Like, every time you call me about something, you're like right on point with what I've got going on or what's happening, and so there's value in that relationship. So we have to remember too, with our customers, just like one another and other vendors and other dealers, that even if it's not today that we're buying something, if you're top of mind when somebody starts to think about it, then you become the ultimate choice. And that's a pro tip on social, by the way, is the same thing with everything we do now. It has to be segmented out to the right audience.
Help others.
Help other
You
people.
remember there was this wimpy ass movie called Pay It Forward?
Love that movie.
That's a good show.
Chick flick. I mean, kid
Love it.
died, women cried. Do you remember that? I mean,
yeah.
but it was I help people. I help a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you can help somebody that has no chance of helping you back, all that comes back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, I've helped so many people, and I don't talk about it a lot. I talk about it right now more than I usually do. But I've helped a lot of people with no expectation of reward.
Yeah.
Now I can definitely flex my muscles and stomp patrol, can't I, at least?
Yes, very much.
You've seen me stomp patrol. you know, I can do that, but that's not what it's all about.
No.
The attackers and the spoilers on social media, those people have a personal problem.
Yes.
They don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Elise,
Yes.
now I know a little bit about some of the things you do. Do you know Elise goes to the bank and gets a whole bunch of $2 bills?
I think I have. I have.
Tell us about the $2. Tell us about the $2 bills.
So $2 bills. First of all, it's what you do is you go to the bank. You say, "Hey, how many $2 bills do you have?" If they don't have any in stock, you can usually order them, or they'll order some for you. I usually would get like $100 worth, keep them in my desk drawer when I was selling cars. And then when my customers were in finance, I kind of had this delivery process that I would do. I'd make a whiteboard sign or a chalkboard sign, thanking them for their purchase. And then once I did the delivery, went through all the technology features and so forth, what I would do ahead of time is I would take a $2 bill with a handwritten note on my business card, and I'd put it in the gas tank. And I wouldn't tell them about it. And then the concept there is they've taken delivery of the car. It might be 3 days, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Whenever they fill up their gas tank, they're going to open up that gas lid, and it's going to be kind of that re-spark. They're going to see the handwritten note from you, and then that $2 bill. And it's just such an easy thing to just really set yourself apart and kind of create that experience. And not a lot of people really do it. And I would get like text messages immediately, or emails, or voicemails. Like, customers would absolutely love it. So
I got a story on that subject.
Yeah.
When I first started in the business, a lot of people understand. When I quit retail was 1986, and I immediately got $1 million contract with Ford Motor Company. I was on all the Ford Motor Company training videos. That I was the spokesperson for Ford ESP service contracts, and I was consulting the Ford Minority Dealers Program. The African American dealers, I was helping them out, and training the dealers how to be dealers, and I was doing that all over the country. And there was one dealer in Baltimore, Maryland called Inner Harbor Ford. And they had a woman that worked there named Shirley Tabb. And I've always sought out the best salespeople. This woman was selling 30 cars a month in the 90s. And I mean, she was phenomenal. African-American woman. I can describe her physically in one word. I can describe Shirley Tabb in one word, and you will see a picture of her. You ready? Oprah.
Did she give away free cars?
Large woman, dressed to the T, and she was a social worker, and she had become a car sales professional, and she had all these lending sources that the dealership didn't have. And they had to put a bus stop in front of the dealership because she had so many credit challenged people coming in. And one thing that Shirley Tabb did that was so special, very much like you, Elise, she would get these people approved. And these people were what we used to in the old days call bogues. Of course, we don't call people bogues anymore, but roaches, credit challenged, all those slang words. But she had all these people that had really bad credit. She got them approved, and they come into the dealership, and she had their car cleaned up on the showroom floor with velvet theater ropes around.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, we do that at
And a trunk with a little thing of ice and a bottle of champagne and 3 glasses. These are credit challenged people. They've never been treated like this in their life. They got the car's got theater ropes, it's cleaned up, and she have a guy with a tuxedo and a pillow deliver their keys.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Picture
it.
this whole ceremony, and they take a photograph of her and the guy with the top hat and the tuxedo, and I mean, it was just a whole ceremony that she did.
Mhm.
That's a great example of life into life.
Life into life.
I lost track of her when the dealership had some embezzlement problems with the comptroller, and they lost the store. I lost track of Shirley, and she called me up 10 years later, and she picked me up at the airport. She saw I was doing a seminar in Washington, D.C., and I walked right past her because she had thinned down. She was dressed as I driving a Mercedes convertible, and I said, "What are you doing nowadays?" And she said, "Are you ready for this?" She's selling buy here, pay here gold jewelry in inner city Washington.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
I'm trying to picture repossessing your chain.
we're always selling something every day. In every conversation and every action, we're selling something all the
Yes.
time. And I know we're running close on time, but I think we could have a whole conversation about the difference between a special finance and a regular customer and how they're typically treated differently in dealerships, and how one simple change can change all of that for a store alongside a great process. And it's easy. It's easy to capture that business and work it. All you got to do is put in a little bit of value. Put a little work in.
Yeah.
A little bit of hustle.
Salespeople. It's amazing. Most of the people speaking at Internet Battle Plan are men.
Are they?
I've got 4 women on the program, and I do have 4 women on the program, and that
Yeah.
percentage-wise, I got more women than anybody.
Yeah, I was going to say it
Today's
is.
show,
Here's our list.
yeah, but really, there's the whole list. I mean, but today's program has been just about Jim and the girls.
By design.
I think you planned it that way, Jim.
I did not. I invited everybody. I swear I did. I mean, I invited everybody.
Oh, yeah.
At least, did I invite everybody?
Yes. Yep.
I did. But what I'm really pissed about. Oh no! I do have more
No,
applause than you.
I helped you, Jim. I gave you about 800 before I ran over here.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
Thank you so
I hit 1,000.
I mean,
Well, I'll tell you what. Internet. Somebody type in the website address internetbattleplan.com in the messages over there for me.
yes.
Internetbattleplan.com, and I'll tell you what. If somebody calls me on the telephone, I'll put together a group rate for attendance. We're really tracking pretty well right now, and dealer principals are no charge, as are general managers. And group rates for people that have a group that's coming. And like yesterday, the Sunrise group out of Memphis signed up 6 people all at once. We're getting that kind of groups coming in. And it's all wonderful. I see Keith Shetterly's in the audience. Hey, Keith, how you doing, big guy? Yeah, internetbattleplan.com. Yeah, everybody's going to put that in the sidebar. I've got 3 of them up there. Amy, did you have a good time?
Yes.
Yeah. You notice there's like a 10-second delay all the way to North Dakota. Like
Gives me
Tristan
time
moves
to
a little
think.
slower.
We're all involved in a blizzard up here right
Yeah,
now.
it's about 12 inches of snow.
Really?
Oh yeah, we've got 12 inches right now.
It's probably nicer here in Fargo than where the girls are.
Yeah, it's cold where we're at today.
That's why I'm so excited to get to Houston to see everybody, Jim. It's going to be warm.
I know. I get to
Oh,
fly out and, I don't know, enjoy sun.
Oh, you're going to love Houston. Houston is wonderful. And we're going to have a lot of fun at the event. You know, Miss Debbie, and Miss Debbie's got the menus all planned. And, you know, she does a great job with these events. She really does.
She does do a great
Isn't
job.
she? I love my wife. I mean, I'm kind of strange that way. I mean,
I love that about you.
We've been married 31 years.
Awesome.
You just had an anniversary not that long ago.
Yeah, we did in December. You know, my wife's an accountant. You know, when I met her, I hadn't paid my taxes in 5 years. My credit was bad, but I made a lot of money. I mean,
She helped you keep some of it.
well, yeah. Well, the thing was, she had great credit, and I made good money. Why shouldn't we get married? I mean, you know, what the heck? Now I can't leave her because I don't know where.
Did you marry up, Jim?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy,
I
if you
can't
haven't
leave
met
her.
Debbie, she
I
keeps
can't
in
leave her
mind.
because I don't know where the money is.
You wouldn't leave her
Smart
anyway.
lady.
Yeah.
Jim is definitely 100% still in love with his wife. It's very refreshing. They're really, really great together. And she does order the best conference food ever.
Yeah.
So that's
We
a
call her my smoking hot trophy wife.
yes.
Love my wife. At least I hear Lily again. She back?
I feel like
She's here. Oh, she creeped.
it's her
Let's see
birthday.
Lily one time.
Let's
Hi,
sing happy
Lily.
birthday to Lily. Let's sing happy birthday to Lily.
Happy
Ready?
birthday to
Oh, no.
you.
Happy birthday to you.
to you. Happy birthday, dear Lily.
Happy
birthday
birthday
To you.
Happy birthday, Lily.
If you're joining Lily's
You're
pretend
pretty
birthday.
cute.
Oh, I thought it was her real birthday. It's her pretend birthday?
No, it's her pretend birthday. But that's equally as important as the real one.
I can't wait till she's got two of them on her lap.
Oh, look at her. So cute. Thanks,
Oh my
everyone.
gosh. That's Internet Battle Plan. We got the
Yep.
ladies from ZMOT. Amy Banner's going to be there. I might stick you on a panel while you're there. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah, wear your best dress.
Crap, I have to go
Okay.
shopping.
I'll take you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'll take you.
What? Shave my legs.
That's why.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. She's Oh, I love you, Amy Banner. Love you.
She got, I mean, it's so thick. She's a weed eater.
I'll take you to a waxer.
Fargo girls, I'm telling you, Fargo.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how much content we put out today.
So, Internet
Well,
Battle
yeah,
Plan,
we-
Houston.
We had some fun.
So, Internet Battle
Internet Battle
Plan,
Plan.
Houston. And if you have a question
Right.
from any of us, just call us.
Yeah.
Facebook us, Twitter Jim,
How
tweet
can
Jim, Twitter,
How
whatever.
can I get in
Absolutely.
touch with you guys? How can I get in touch with the ZMOT ladies?
Well, you can call my cell phone, 989-672-9945.
Put it in the bottom there.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the bottom.
Me, 517
How can we get in touch with you?
0219.
How can we get in touch with the YouTube diva?
I'll put that in the comment box as well, my email and my cell phone. So,
Would you really?
yes, and I have
And if they want to buy a car from Amy, if
And go to North
The best
Dakota.
way. The best way to.
vacation in North Dakota.
Well, I'm telling you, you just might not know what you're missing, Jim.
I've been there.
You can find me on Facebook. It's Amy Banner, Bannor. And obviously, if you look up Just a Girl Selling Cars, I'm kind of all over on there. So message me on Facebook or friend me, usually the easiest.
There you go. Okay, sign on the line. That's Bobby Heron. I got Jennifer Briggs' number there as well. And those
Next
are the
level
CMOT
Briggs.
ladies. Okay, and let's see. Elise Kephart Experience at gmail.com. And you can find Battle Plan at www.internetbattleplan.com. And if you put in Jim Ziegler, Ziegler, Alpha Dawg blog, put that in for me, would you, Elise? alpha-dawg.com. If you want to sign up for my email newsletter, please, you'll get all my spam. You know, I'll keep your email box full, I promise. You know, and alphadogblog.com. You can sign up for an email newsletter. We had a good time. I don't know what did we accomplish today, ladies?
So much. It's going to be a
This is
great
just a
time in
society.
Houston. Just come on.
It's going to be a great time in Houston.
You gotta have fun.
Sign up.
Are you going to have a replay of this, Jim? You're going to do a recording of it for a replay?
It's being recorded right now.
Oh, and hey,
And I'm not deciding whether I'm going to have karaoke at this one or not.
well, if you aren't sure if you're attending or not, I do just want to throw it out there. I did challenge Jim to a Johnny Cash, June Carter duet. Just saying.
Oh,
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. We're going to Jackson. I'm going to mess around. We're going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I challenged John Zolli.
I also do Bob Dylan.
that too.
Yep. So a little bit of
Hey, Green man, play a song for me. I'm not sleeping and there is no place I'm going to. I've been wanting to hear Bob Dylan sing Christmas carols forever.
well, you could just, cut
Oh,
the
in
album.
town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee now. The hopes and fears of all the years.
Love it. Love it.
All right.
Okay, guys. I think we got a little silly here. I've gotten
Yeah.
silly. Okay, internetbattleplan.com, AlphaDog blog, CMOTauto.com, EliseKephardtExperience.com, Amy Banner on YouTube, Facebook especially,
Facebook, yeah.
BANNOR. And I'm going to stop the recording right now.